We are entering a new era. The way people build wealth has changed, and so has the way people cash flow from real estate. In what experts are calling the great arbitrage economy, a small group of disciplined operators are quietly extracting $50,000 to $150,000 profit chunks from overlooked land. And this is all while most real estate investors are still fighting over the same deals with diminishing returns. And I'm not just talking about one kind of land deal. I've personally transacted on everything from rural recreational parcels, large residential lots and ranches, to vineyards and more. This system works across every type of land in all markets because it's built on data, discipline, and repeatable principles, not guesswork or luck. Before we go any further, I need to be completely transparent with you. I can't promise or guarantee your success with what I'm about to show you. There are too many variables: your commitment level, market conditions, and how well you follow the system. I'm not one of these guys out here who's going to stand here and promise you'll make millions. My reputation and success are built on how transparent I am, so I like to always make this clear at the beginning of any training. What I can show you is what's working for me and several students who started with no real estate experience and now are closing profitable land deals consistently. After all, I am the creator of the system, so I've seen firsthand what works and what does not. If you want to see how regular people are leveraging this shift to create real wealth, real cash flow, without tenants, contractors, or massive capital requirements, then keep on watching. My name is Olufemi Ajose, and my journey to land investing was not typical. I was a Division I track and field athlete, which taught me something very crucial. Discipline without a system is wasted energy. You can run hard every day, train with intensity, push through pain, but without proper form, without strategic training, without a systematic approach, you will never win. That lesson became everything when I discovered land investing. I struck gold in my very first land deal, Minnesota. I didn't even use my own money to close the deal, and within 24 hours, I got a full price cash offer for the listing price. $54,000 profit in 30 days. I thought I cracked the code. Then, reality hit. My second deal barely broke even. My third deal, 80 acres in Oregon, that should have been easy money. I held it for 6 months and made $1,100 in profit. I was making less than minimum wage. That's when I realized I was running hard but had no system. I was gambling, I was not investing. So I did what elite athletes do. I systematized absolutely everything: market selection, acquisition psychology, disposition velocity, profit optimization. I studied hundreds of transactions, integrated data analysis, and developed frameworks that turned chaos into predictability. By age 23, I had generated my first $1 million in profit using the same systematic approach. Not revenue, profit. And here's the proof. These are not fake screenshots or theoretical numbers. These are real wire transfers, real HUD statements from real deals that I have closed. I built the system I wish I had when I started, and now several of my clients are using this exact system to close their own profitable deals. Some making more in their first year than doctors and lawyers make after years and years of school. However, before I show you the system, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked into real estate investing and felt overwhelmed by all the moving parts? Most people try to start with wholesaling houses, fix and flips, rental properties, or even Airbnb, but they never take the time to evaluate whether these are actually beginner-friendly business models. Let me show you exactly what I mean using 6 key metrics: unitary gain, startup capital, profit margins, demand fulfillment, and deal type. Now let's start with wholesaling houses. You might make $5,000 or $10,000 per deal. Sounds good, right? But to make $50,000 a month, you need 3 to 10 deals. Do you know what it takes to do 10 house deals in a month? Massive teams, huge marketing budgets, $10,000 to $50,000, and you're competing with hedge funds and iBuyers with unlimited capital, let alone being at the mercy of cash buyers who will not agree to give you a fair assignment fee. Oh, and those profits. After marketing costs to eat 60 to 80% of your revenue, that $10,000 wholesale fee becomes $2,000 to $4,000 in your pocket. Fix and flips. Sure, you might make $30,000 to $100,000 per deal, but you need $50,000 to $200,000 minimum just to get started. Your capital is also tied up for 3 to 6 months minimum, sometimes a year if things go wrong. And they will go wrong. Contractor delays, permit issues, surprise repairs. I've seen people think they'll make $50,000 and lose $20,000 because of foundation problems they didn't catch. Rental properties, the passive income that's anything but passive. Maybe $500 profit per property per month after all expenses. To make $10,000 monthly, you need 20 properties. 20, that's $800,000 in down payments alone. And then there's the management. Tenants calling about broken toilets, late rent, and evictions that will take months. Now let's look at Airbnb. You see the monthly income and think it's easy money, but you need $200,000 plus to buy a property, or $10,000 plus for rental arbitrage. Think rent, security deposit, furniture. Plus, you're running a hotel, guest messaging at 2 a.m., cleaning between every stay, One bad review will tank your business. Do you see the pattern? Every traditional model requires either massive capital, years of experience, or acceptance of terrible margins. Most require all three. And here's the thing. You don't need to quit your job or work 80-hour weeks to create cash flow through real estate. There is a better way. So, what would the ideal beginner-friendly business model look like? At least $10,000 up to $50,000 or more per deal, so you only need a handful of deals to reach $10,000 monthly, if not one deal a month. Minimal startup capital, maybe just enough for initial marketing, because as a beginner, you don't want to risk huge amounts until you have consistent income. High profit margins, very little overhead, so you keep almost everything you make. No contractors eating your profits, no repair surprises, no tenant damages. High demand, motivated sellers and eager buyers creating market inefficiency you can exploit. Simple fulfillment, something you can execute without managing contractors or tenants, ideally from your laptop. Repeatable process, predictable results you can systematically reproduce. That's exactly what land flipping is when done with the right system. It's a real estate model where motivated sellers will accept 30 to 50% of market value for land they've forgotten about. Land you can position yourself and sell for 60 to 80% of market value to eager buyers. The startup capital is minimal, maybe $1,500 to $3,000 for your first marketing campaign. The margins are incredible, 60 to 80% profit because your only costs are marketing and due diligence. No repairs, no contractors, no surprises. And it's the only model I've found that delivers what I like to call the 3 Ps. Peace, purpose, and profit. Peace. No tenants, no contractors, no 2 a.m. emergencies. Purpose. You're building something that lasts, creating cash flow, and more importantly, wealth that serves your goals and your family's goals for years and years to come. Profit. Real, life-changing profit in a massive overlooked market. Now let me be clear on exactly who this is for. Some of you watching this are ready to deploy serious capital and want a vehicle that delivers leverage returns without adding any complexities to your life. Others may be looking for a proven starting step, a way to get that first win and build confidence in real estate investing. Either way, we've built the path. This system adapts to where you are and where you want to go, whether you're starting with your first $10,000 or scaling with $1 million or more. But let me also be clear about who this is not for. This isn't for people looking for a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not for those unwilling to follow a proven process. It's not for people who want to dabble or treat this like a hobby. This is for people who are ready to take action and commit to a systematic approach. People who understand that discipline beats dopamine every time. People who want to build something real. If that's you, then what I'm about to show you will make perfect sense and has the ability to completely change the trajectory of your life. Here's what most people don't understand about the land market. This is a multi-$100 billion market. Billions in land change hands every single year, but 97% of real estate investors completely ignore it because they think it's boring or doesn't cash flow. That ignorance creates opportunity. While everyone fights over the same rental properties and flip opportunities, millions of acres sit vacant across America, owned by people who desperately want to get rid of them. We're talking about people who inherited land from grandparents and lived 2,000 miles away, people who bought the land in the 1970s thinking they'd retire and now they're 85 and just want it gone, people who need cash for their primary residential mortgage that just adjusted up, or for their business that's struggling. And here's the key. We don't just work with builders in one local market. We use data to find the best counties anywhere in the country. Rural recreational parcels in Colorado, large residential lots in Texas, ranches in Montana, vineyards in California. The system works across all types because it's based on principles, not geography. But here's what makes this even more powerful. You don't need to use your own money. We use deal funders. So you can do this even if you're starting with limited capital. You're not risking your life savings on every deal, and we don't sell it to a small pool of local buyers. We sell in the MLS, so you have access to every buyer in the market. Investors, developers, end users, everyone. This works in any market, not just your backyard. The timing has never been better. Interest rates have created more motivated sellers than we've seen in decades. Traditional real estate strategies have gotten exponentially harder, but land remains the same overlooked opportunity it's always been. In fact, it got better because more people need to liquidate their vacant land to raise capital for themselves. You don't need to risk your life savings. The system is designed to leverage other people's money and other people's demand. So let me show you exactly how this works. This system operates on 4 gears, and when all 4 are spinning correctly, it generates predictable profits of $50,000 or more per deal in 60 to 120 day cycles. Gear 1, market intelligence. This is data-driven selection, not guesswork. While others pick markets based on proximity or gut feeling, We use AI and data to identify counties with the highest probability of motivated sellers and eager buyers. We look at ownership patterns, out-of-state owners who've held land for 10 plus years are gold. We analyze sales velocity, how fast land actually moves in each county. We evaluate demand indicators, population growth, development activity, recreational usage. When a county meets our criteria, it's like a green light flashing. You know there are deals there. You don't have to guess or hope. Gear 2, systematic acquisition. We make offers at 30 to 50% of market value, and we close on those deals with deal funders, not your own cash. Now, that might sound low, but remember, these sellers are motivated. They've been paying taxes for years on land they don't use, don't visit, and don't want. No complex negotiations, no back and forth for weeks. The math is very simple. If they accept your $50,000 offer on a $100,000 property, you've instantly created $50,000 in equity and profit for yourself. If they don't accept, you move on to the next one. It's a numbers game with math on your side. Now, I will say you can vastly increase your profits if you are following up consistently with sellers, and we have systems in place so that you can put touch points in place and you're able to negotiate, if need be, on deals that will yield high return and high cash flow for yourself. Gear 3, strategic positioning. This isn't about throwing up a listing and hoping someone calls. We position properties strategically using professional marketing and sell on the MLS, not just to local builders. Different buyers want different things. Hunters care about different features than residential developers. Recreational buyers have different motivations than investors. We tailor our approach accordingly and watch buyers compete instead of negotiate with them. Gear 4, velocity optimization. While others wait 6 to 12 months for land to sell, ours moves in 60 to 90 days. Quick sales mean peace. You're not bleeding money on holding costs. Big profits mean freedom. You're making real money, not pocket change. You can do this anywhere, at scale, and repeatedly. This system is step-by-step with templates, checklists, and support. You don't need to be a tech genius or a real estate pro. These 4 gears work together. Get them all spinning right, and you've got a machine that generates wealth while you sleep. Now, you might be thinking, this sounds really good in theory, but does it actually work for real people? Let me share some stories from some clients who started with no land experience and are now closing profitable deals consistently using the same system. Vikram was running a marketing agency. Sounds successful, right? But he was burned out from chasing clients, managing employees, fighting for retainers, the typical agency nightmare. He was looking for something with less complexity but more profit. 6 months after implementing the system, he made $150,000 in total profit. He says here that had he not learned the system, there's no way he would have closed his first deal.
11K profit deal within 2 weeks of me talking to the guy, closed within 2 weeks.
Do you feel like it would have happened for you this quickly had you not gotten any help?
No, definitely not.
Christopher was working a warehouse job, breaking his back for hourly wages, barely making ends meet. He learned about land investing, started applying the same system, and in his first full year made $200,000 in profit. And in just the first month of his second year, he made $133,000 in profit.
Right now, I have $220,000 in profit, and I have about $150,000 in pipeline profit in listings and properties that are under contract. And I was scared to take your mentorship to pay for that investment. But let me tell you right now, that is by far the greatest decision I have ever made in my entire life.
$133,000 in one single month. He quit the warehouse job and now works from home, and he told me this system completely changed his life and even said it's the greatest investment he's ever made in his life. Clyde made $8,500 in a single day using the system. Think about that. Most people work an entire month to make that. Clyde made it between breakfast and dinner. John was already in real estate, working commercial deals, dealing with massive complexity, endless negotiations, committees, bureaucracy. He discovered land investing and in just 3 weeks made $262,000 in profit. 3 weeks. He made more in 3 weeks flipping land than he made in an entire year of commercial real estate. He told me, this is the one strategy that actually delivers freedom. With your system, it's actually easy. I wish I found this 10 years ago. He told me if I hadn't found your system, I'm not so sure I would have been able to stay in the real estate business. Ryan closed his first deal for $4,000. Now, $4,000 might not sound like life-changing money, but holding that check changed his life because it was proof to him that he could use the system to be profitable. It gave him the confidence to do bigger deals. Now you're probably formulating questions and concerns. That's good, because skepticism protects capital. And let's address a few that you might be thinking about. I don't have time for another business. You can do this part-time. The system is designed for efficiency. You're not managing tenants or contractors. You're not showing properties or dealing with inspectors. Most of the work is analysis and communication, which you can do from anywhere. Do I need a lot of money to get started? You can use deal funders to fund property. That is what I did until my first $1 million in profit, not just your own money. The system is designed to leverage other people's capital, whether you're starting with $10,000 or $1 million. These principles scale. How do I know this is real? Will it work for me? I cannot guarantee your results. That depends on your execution and market conditions. But I can show you real proof, real stories, and a transparent process. The HUD statements that I've shown are not fake. The student results that I'm showing are not made up. This system is based on data, discipline, and a repeated amount of deals that I've personally closed and helped others close. It's not based on hype and hope. Will this work in my area? This works anywhere in the US, not just in hot markets. We're not limited to your local area. We use data to identify the best counties for rural recreational land, large residential lots, ranches, vineyards, all types of land across the country. Is this too complicated for someone with no experience? The system is step-by-step with templates, checklists, and one-to-one support. You don't need to be a tech genius or a real estate professional to understand this and make money with it. Christopher had never done a real estate deal before and made $200,000 in his first year. I'm already successful. Why would I need this? If you're already successful but want more cash flow and more freedom, this is a plug-and-play wealth vehicle. John was successful in commercial real estate, but this gave him bigger profits with less complexity. As we all know, success without freedom is just a golden cage. Now, you probably have questions about how this works in your specific situation, or how to use deal funders, or the legal aspects of land transactions. I've actually prepared an amalgamation of videos that you can watch right here on my YouTube channel to help you with that, and we also map that out together on your strategy call. Every situation is different, and that's why we take the time to build a plan that fits tailor-made to you. The economy won't be like this forever. As more investors discover this opportunity, the competition will increase and the margins will compress. But right now, today, we're still in the early stages. Every day you wait, others are locking up deals you could have had. While you're thinking about it, someone else is sending offers to motivated sellers using a systematic approach. While you're researching, someone else is closing profitable deals. The question isn't whether this opportunity exists. It does. The question is whether you'll be one of the people who takes advantage of it. So, if you're ready to see how the system can deliver peace, purpose, and profit for your situation, here's what happens next. We don't work with everyone. This system requires commitment, discipline, and a willingness to follow a proven process. We're selective about who we work with because we want to ensure success for every single person we accept. Below there is a link that you'll click to fill out your 3-minute application. If you qualify, you'll schedule a strategy call. If you don't, we'll be honest about it. For beginners, we'll show you the path to your first profitable deal and how to build confidence in the system. For operators, we'll show you how to scale and systematize land investing to create consistent monthly profits. For those of you that have capital to deploy, we'll show you how to leverage the system for maximum returns without getting involved in day-to-day operations. If you do not qualify, we'll tell you directly and save everyone's time. We're not interested in working with people who aren't serious or who will not follow the system. This is for serious applicants only, people who understand that discipline beats dopamine every time. The only thing standing between you and your first or next 6-figure land deal is a decision to act. The great arbitrage economy is upon us and creating wealth for those who understand it and take action. The land market is massive, the opportunities are real, and the system works. But systems don't implement themselves. Success requires action. Go ahead and apply now below. Take the first step toward building a land business that delivers peace, purpose, and profit. I look forward to seeing your application and potentially working together to build your systematic land investing business using our proven approach. The only question is, are you ready to act?